Darren, how are you feeling? Spurs.
Yeah, good start to the
start.
season. I've spoken about this before. I'm not one of these to say we're in a title race because we're not. Historically, it tells you we're not.
How many games?
I think I said the end of January. I think if you're still there or thereabouts after the transfer window, I think if you're there top 3 transfer window, Levy has to back him again, go out and get players that he needs.
That's just over half, is it? That's like 20 plus games.
Yeah, I'd say that. And if you're up in the top 3 after January, you are one of the ones that could win and you could go for it. But at the moment, there's 3 teams. It's Man City, it's Arsenal, it's Liverpool. I think Liverpool are going to get closer to Man City than Arsenal. I do feel that. I know Arsenal beat Man City, of course, but Man City can go on a 15-game winning streak. We've seen that just before, and easily do that. Haaland, top goal scorer in the Premier League, not really got started yet, which is phenomenal. But those 3 teams they're the ones in the title race at the moment. But it's great. It's a positive to be a Spurs supporter at the moment.
What surprised you most about Spurs? Is it the manager, Ange Postecoglou, obviously 2 back-to-back Manager of the Month awards, which is insane. Is it Maddison? Is it Son? Back to being Son, right? I still think he's the best finisher in the Premier League. Like going through one-on-one with a goalkeeper, I just feel like I know he's going to score. He's back to that, isn't it?
It's all impressed me. The reaction they've had since losing what is probably the best number 9 in world football, or one of in Harry Kane, and going through what they're going through at the moment. I was loving Ange Postecoglou's appointment. I thought there was...
Really? Honestly?
Yeah. I just
Easy
felt...
to say now.
No, I said that at the time. Okay. I said it at the time because there's no pressure. You sign Conte, you sign Mourinho, born winners. Everyone's like, Spurs are going to win a trophy. You sign Ange Postecoglou as manager. It's like, really?
You know it's a transitional
phase. Yeah, everyone's thinking, is he going to be is he going to perform in the Premier League like he did in Scotland? I just felt no pressure, no European football. Give him an opportunity to have a real go. And he started sensationally. But the one, Van Der Ven, has impressed me more than anyone, by the way, because not only has he come in and shown how good he is, he's quick, strong, reads the game well. Romero seems a different player because he's got a partner next to him now that is kind of on a level with him, it seems. He trusts him. They've got that partnership built up with Udogie at the left and Porro on the right.
How good's Udogie, by the way?
Fantastic.
I remember watching him against Saka.
Yeah.
And obviously the first 20 minutes were torrid.
Yeah.
Saka just kept on going at him. Odegaard kept going. He got the yellow card early and I was like, he's having a bad one here.
Yep.
I remember Gary Neville in comms actually even saying maybe Ange should take him off because if he gets another yellow, obviously he's gone. He just kept on doing what he was doing. Kept on bombing forward, great tackles,
just
great
no
energy.
Fear. There's no fear. He had Saka one week and Salah the next week and done fantastically well against both of those players. And I think it's refreshing to see that James Maddison, signing of the summer for me, anywhere in the Premier League. I think we've not seen a player or the equivalent since Christian Eriksen at Spurs in his pomp, where you can go from defence to attack in a split second with James Maddison. He seems to have built up a real partnership with Son as well, which is great to see. I'd have loved to have seen him up with Harry Kane as well, because I think he'd have set up an awful amount of goals, but he's doing that with Son and just playing with freedom. I think a negative is Richarlison, in my opinion. I'm backing him. I keep backing him.
Why?
I'm struggling to at the moment.
There's nothing to back.
I know.
You're backing the dead horse.
Because he's a Spurs player, I'm backing him. I say he will come good. He'll get chances, especially in this team. But he has had chances.
It surprised me how... Again, you look at for Everton, and he didn't score that many goals. I know people like to say he scored a lot. He didn't. It wasn't that, and he was on the left as well. But he starts for Brazil.
I know.
Not anymore. He's lost his position there. But this is a guy that can score. He's got the arrogance and attitude, and it's just not worked.
This is why I backed him. This is why I said recently, and because he was Brazil's number 9. He was keeping Gabriel Jesus when he was on full pomp out of the team. Yeah. He was the one they were their go-to player, Brazil. But he just wasn't doing it at Spurs. And last season, I felt he didn't have a true opportunity, a true run of games. But he's not really this season either, and there's reasons for that, because he's not producing.
What did he get, 1?
I think it was
one
or two. It was 1 league goal, maybe 3, because 2 in the cup.
1 league goal.
Maybe.
I know you're saying that, look, you played at the highest level. Like we're all here watchers, right? He's had opportunities to get more than 1 goal.
Yeah, he has.
I mean, 1 Premier League goal when he cost 50 million quid.
I know, there was a couple of chances that he had in the last game. I can't remember who it was against. I think it was Luton. When they went down to 10 men, obviously he got taken off. But there was a couple of chances. One at the back post, which looked the easier chance. It was like a yard, 2 yards out, and he put it over, I think.
Yeah.
That weren't the one for me. It was the one when he got through. And he just... there was no conviction. If you look the day after, I think Liverpool played, Harvey Elliott let the ball run and Salah come on. There was no missing. No, and as it was going to him, you just say goal. With Richarlison, it was like there was still question marks. As he went through, it was like, I don't think he's going to score. And just no conviction. Is that confidence? Probably. But how can you have no confidence when you're playing for Spurs and you're a Brazilian international? How have you got no confidence in front of goal?
And the guy in front of you, they've just sold to Bayern Munich.
I know.
You can't get a better opportunity. Son can go to the left, we know that, right? Even though I think the pace might have slowed down a bit. But you've got that. It's there for you now.
Yeah.
That number 9 spot's right there and you're not taking it.
I think that's the thing. He didn't play a lot last season. And this season, Ange has started with him and he's trying. You can see Ange trying to back him and say, look, he's getting the positions, he'll come good. I don't know anymore. I've backed him and I've said, look, he'll score goals because he does get the chance. When he stops getting the chances, that's when you got to worry.
Yeah.
You can't keep getting the chance, keep missing, because there comes a point, and it has happened, that you get dragged or you don't play anymore.
Yeah, or the crowd start turning you as well.
Yeah.
For now, they're still, as you are, supporting him, but then it will turn.
Yeah, of course.
It will turn. I'm split with Spurs. On one hand, I think they're going to have a good season because no European football. So you're going to get a good run of it, right? Where it's, if you get knocked out of cup competitions, it's one game a week basically until the end of the season. But then I also look at the squad, and we spoke about Richarlison there, and I feel like the squad depth's just not there.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a great starting 11, maybe up to 12 or 13. But Arsenal, Liverpool, even Chelsea, City, United have 1 to 19.
Yeah.
And that's why I thought maybe Spurs are a bit thin.
Yeah, I agree. I think a couple of injuries from disaster, really, because it's how you react to injuries. You've got, as you said, City, Liverpool, Arsenal. I often think the team does well, but the squad wins titles or wins trophies. Yeah. The subs win trophies because we've seen when Man City, when Gundogan weren't playing, come on scoring important goals. Bernardo Silva, when he wasn't coming on. Alvarez. Yeah. Whereas Spurs, there's not much. You look on the bench, you got Brennan Johnson, who hasn't really made his mark yet. He hasn't had a full opportunity. He'll come good. But who else do you look on the substitutes bench and think, can you make a difference? So your couple of injuries, like there was an injury scare with Maddison a few weeks back, and I was thinking, oh no, that we could be in trouble now. And that's one injury. That's why I say January. If you get to January, you're still up there, still doing well. Fulham next, the opportunity there to get another 3 points at home. If you get to January, he needs backing. He needs to go out and get a few more players, get the squad depth up, not as on par with those 3 teams that we mentioned, but it's got to be a bit more than we've got now.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app, and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.